Hey there peeps, so tools you're gonna need are a flathead and a Phillips screwdriver, tweezers, and it's always best to use ceramic tweezers because that way you're not running the risk of shorting anything out on the device you're working on. And the next thing is a straw with a slanted tip, but what you need to do is tape the end of it so that way it's only got a little bit of an opening at the end. So what's that gonna do is it's gonna act like as if you had a can of compressed air. And the next thing is a plastic wedging tool to pry open any sort of panels you have on your device. Like so, for now we have the Smok Novo X. Before you start working on a device, it's always best to turn it off by clicking it 5 times. Like so. And for the back panel comes off pretty easily. You just have to pry open with your nail or the wedge tool you have pretty easily. Alright, now just take the pot off, put it aside. Now what you're gonna need is some sort of a curved tool like the plastic wedge tool told you about. Just gotta lift the battery up like so. Now there is an adhesive on the back side to keep it in place. The next thing you need to do is just unscrew these 2 screws you see right here. Alright, I've already unscrewed mine because I'm already working on it to save you a little bit of time. Just unscrew both of these, then you can easily remove the front plate like so. Alright, now as soon as you've taken the front plate off, what you need to do is have a look at the inside of the where the pod goes in. Alright, now you see the prong right there. Basically what I've done is I've placed the prong upside down because that way it lets the air off the autoflow sensor easily. Alright, basically this way it's gonna work better because if any of the juice drips down, it's only gonna drip down to the side and it's not gonna go inside the sensor. It's hollow from the middle and it's got no openings on the side of the prongs. Okay, so now what you need to do is grab your flathead screwdriver and very carefully just pry on the side of this sensor here. This is the auto draw sensor. Okay, you just need to pry it up from here. Now be very careful not to touch anything like any of these wires simultaneously. It's not gonna blow up or anything because all of these devices are short protected. So basically what happens is when your device says atomizes short, it's protecting it from the short. So since we've already turned off the device by clicking it 5 times, it's not gonna do anything, but it's always best to, hey, better safe than sorry. Alright, now let's get to it. So just pry open the auto draw sensor like so. As soon as you've lifted the auto draw sensor up, you just need to basically pry it from this side like very gently. That's basically why you're using the tiny flathead screwdriver. Okay, you just need to wedge at the right side or the left side, whichever is most comfortable for you. Just lift it up like so, and what you're gonna see now is the inside of the sensor. This white material is basically protecting the sensor from going bad too easily. Alright, now your sensor's white material might be wet. Okay, it might be wet because of the e-juice getting into your device from the pod's housing. Now what you need to do is basically just take that prong out. You can do that. You have 2 ways of doing that. You see it from here, right? You can push it up from this side like so, and as soon as you have pushed it up, you just need to grab it with your tweezers. You could also use your one end of the pliers to push it up like that, okay? And as soon as you've pushed it up, it's going to come out from the other side, okay? And as soon as it's up from the other side, you just have to pick it up. And let me warn you, please do not lose this tiny prong, because your device is not going to work without this prong, okay? Just place it on a magnet if you have one, or just place it on a table so you don't lose it, okay? And as soon as you have taken it out, just grab some tiny piece of tissue paper you've rolled up, push it in from this side, get it nice and tidy. Mine's already clean because I've already done it. That's why. You see that it's all dry, okay? Now the next thing you're gonna do is take the prong you took out, alright? And you need to position it in such a way. You see these two holes? I'm not sure why I can't get it to focus again. You see these two holes, right? You just need to position one of the holes towards the center of the auto draw sensor. Just need to position them, one of the holes, okay, towards the center of this auto draw sensor. It's got a hole in the middle that basically detects the airflow and lets you vape. Okay, let's just put it in like that. I repeat, one of the holes must be facing the way of the middle of this sensor, okay? Because that way it's going to detect the airflow better and it's going to let you vape. Now, as soon as you've done that, you just gotta push it down with the back of your tweezers or anything you've got, alright? And as soon as it's pretty snug over there, it's not gonna move, it's not going anywhere, alright? You just gotta check in from the other side to see if it's there. I really wish I could get it to focus better. Alright, you see right there? Now, you can't see the hole, but it's there, okay? It's there. So now what you gotta do is just put the sensor very gently back in place, like so. Right, sorry. Just very gently. You gotta be very careful about this. Just push it back in place. And now as soon as it's back in place, you can put your pod back in to see if your device works. Alright, let's give it a shot. Now mine already works because I already fixed mine. Let's give it a shot again. There you go. Now just put those two screws back in. Turn the device back off. Take the pod off. Lift the battery back up from the other side. And just basically your device works now, so you know how you opened it up, and now you know how you're gonna close it back up. Just put the front plate back on, like so, on the other side. Clicks in place. Keep a hold of the battery. Do not pull or push it out of place. Clicks into place. Just put the two screws back on. Put the back plate back on. Like so. And put your pod back in. Now make sure the hollow side of the prong is facing upwards, and the two holes on the bottom of the prong are, one of them holes is facing towards the sensor. That's basically gonna activate the device, alright, when you're gonna hit it. So yeah, that's that. Let's turn it back on. There you go. Now the issue I had with my device was it was just barely puff for like zero point 0.1 or zero point 0.3 seconds, not more than that. No matter how hard I drew on the pod, it would just keep on throwing e-liquid into my mouth, and that's not what you want from your device, man. So I have no idea why you gotta place that autoflow sensor prong upside down to make it work again, but it's only Smok who can answer that question. And the only difference you might be able to notice after you fix the device, like how I told you so, is your pod is gonna be lifted by, it's gonna have a tiny bit of a clearance like that. Just it just won't go all the way down. But that's okay. I mean, I had like 8 to 10 shops in my area, and I had checked with all of them. All of those guys said just throw the device away. You're wasting your time and all that. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. I even left the device at one shop for like 4 to 6 hours. He pretty much spent like 2 or 3 hours and the rest of the time with his other customers checking out the device. But it just wouldn't work. And all of the guys said, just throw it away. You're wasting your time. So I was just about to throw it away, and I had recently gotten the device not too long ago, like 2 or 3 months ago, and I was in like, ready to get a new one. So I just gave it a shot, and basically this fix is only for Smok's Novo X. There is a difference between Smok's Novo 4 and Novo X. Do keep that in mind. So this fix is only gonna work for the Smok Novo X. I hope this helped you out, and thank you for watching. Peace.